The official tire of UFC. Tsarukyan, as mentioned.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Stephen J. Klubeck, Executive Director Jeff Mullen. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Sally Amato, Chris Lee, and Ron McCarthy. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Jason Herzog. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 20 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Poznan, Poland, Mateusz Gamrot. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 18 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Krasnodar, Russia, by way of Yerevan, Armenia, Arman Tsarukyan.
Okay, fighters have gone over the rules in the back. There were no final questions from you, Blue. There were no final questions from you, Red. You've already touched gloves. Come out ready to fight.
Familiarity between these two who have both spent time at American Top Team. Mateusz Gamrot spends the last 2 months of his training camp away from his wife and 2 boys who are back home in Poland. In Florida at American Top Team, Arman Tsarukyan, for the first time, did this fight camp right here in Las Vegas, about 5 minutes up the road at Syndicate Mixed Martial Arts. 5 rounds, if needed. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Closing as a -275 favorite is Arman Tsarukyan in the red. Mateusz Gamrot is in the black.
One thing that you can notice when you look at them both, Arman's the bigger guy. Remember, Gamrot was a champion at 45 and 55. I don't think there's ever a time where Tsarukyan could make 55. Oh, there's the first takedown attempt.
Big swings from Gamrot. Tsarukyan takes it into the wrestling.
This is what we wanted to see between
these guys.
These two guys.
Are not lay and pray grapplers.
Back and forth they go. Between top, that's exactly what he did to Jeremy Stephens. But Tsarukyan with the balance.
Ooh, good body
the world
kick.
champion stays on the feet.
Southpaw stance for Gamrot leaves that right leg open for attack from Tsarukyan.
It's the low single leg that Gamrot likes.
Just as he did last time in February against Joel Alvarez, Tsarukyan plenty of support here inside the UFC Apex.
We were saying earlier that, you know, his manager told him before his last 2 fights, listen, you're doing great, but you've got to get finishes. And he's like, oh, I never realized I had to get finishes. So he went out and got 2. I mean, it's a cool thing to say, you know, maybe a little bit of gamesmanship there, but he is extremely dangerous. He's got to set those up.
Yeah, he does, and he's already landed a couple, and now Gamrot's aware of them, so he's going to have to put something in front of them. Beautiful takedown there from Tsarukyan.
And he timed it perfectly off the kick. Gamrot's got to be careful here. He doesn't present the back. Tsarukyan's trying to step over, trying to maintain a mount. There's a little elbow from Gamrot. There's the back, and there's a rolling.
Wow.
Knee bar attempt, perhaps. Gets the whizzer, and he's on.
Man, the scrambles. It's going to be insane.
Look at that roll from Gamrot.
Wow.
Take the back.
Oh, no, are you serious? What a Granby roll.
Gamrot's got control of that wrist.
And now Gamrot, hands locked. Perhaps he tries to take it to the mat.
These guys can both wrestle so well. Let's see if somebody's going to strike off the break here.
After tonight's main event, coming up next, don't miss a recap of all the action on the UFC Fight Night post show on ESPN+. From Tsarukyan, Rashad Evans, and Michael Chiesa join Karen Bryant, Megan O'Leary. We'll have interviews with tonight's big winners. That's on ESPN+ coming up next.
That head kick ricocheted off the dome of Mateusz Gamrot. Even though it was partly blocked, still did damage.
Minute 30.
Right cross from Gamrot, who is now out of the orthodox stance after spending some time southpaw early in the fight.
Oh. Man, the flexibility from Tsarukyan is really impressive, because Gamrot has gotten that leg up in that treetop position, and that would knock a lot of guys down. We've seen it before with him. But Tsarukyan is able to be flexible enough to keep that leg up and still keep balance. Big body kick.
Again to the body when he went southpaw stance. That time he goes up top.
Down the middle, Arman.
Final 20 seconds of round number one. Another scramble. Back to the mat they go.
Man, they don't settle for any position for 1 second.
I mean, it's so fast. The scrambling is like light speed.
We're going to take a very quick 30-second break. We'll be back after this. Good fight.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
Jak idziesz w lewo, to na kopnięcie, nie? Jak chcesz kopać łydkę, najpierw lewy, prawy, później zrób prawy łydka. Nie bezpośrednio. Najpierw zadaj ciosy, potem dopiero łydka. I śmielej te proste, bo wchodzą. Śmielej te proste, bo wchodzą.
On the kicks, hands first. You have to put your hands first. So you make him either walk back or drop his hands. Okay, then you go high. Okay?
Cross to the high kick is there. Cross low kick, cross high kick. Hands first.
Get ready for every fight night and pay-per-view by watching Best Bets with Brett Okamoto and Ian Parker. If you're looking for long shots or parlays, the guys have you covered with their best plays across the entire card. You can catch it on YouTube each and every fight week. All right, second round coming. Tsarukyan with a takedown in the first round. And the striking output in his favor as well. And when these guys hit the mat, it's like watching the Tasmanian Devil cartoon where it's
amazing. I mean,
yeah, it really is. They're not just rolling around like maniacs, you know what I mean? It's calculated madness. Although at range, I do notice Tsarukyan's predominantly throwing kicks. Struggling to find the range with his hands. Gamrot's having a little more success when it comes to the boxing side of things.
And Tsarukyan's corner wants him to throw punches in front of them. They don't want him just throwing these kicks out.
Yeah.
But they are landing.
Well, they are fast.
There's
a nice check up by Tsarukyan.
Gamrot repeatedly looking for a home as he throws out a jab and swings a big overhand right.
Yeah, he's got to start trying to cut Tsarukyan off so he can land that shot. Look to follow up. He's shown some great takedown defense when he's defending the shots, or ability to scramble and get back up. Ooh.
Oh, I mean, that slap echoed all around this arena.
Every time Gamrot goes southpaw, he's firing that kick to the body.
And southpaw is most likely where Gamrot likes to get that low single from. That might be something that Tsarukyan in his corner knew when he switches there. Blast that kick.
Tsarukyan first shot of the second round. He's not in deep. Gamrot defends nicely, halfway through round number 2.
Heavy calf kick there. One of the advantages that Gamrot talked about was the ability to go 5 rounds, having done so on multiple occasions when he fought for KSW.
It's a big advantage.
Wow.
That's really paid off in this fight.
That was nice.
Good little short shot there.
Look at this in a 50-50 here with Wizards.
3 times previously, Mateusz Gamrot has been in a 5-round fight. Twice it went the distance, and the other he ended in the 4th round. He was 3-0 in those 5-round affairs. This is the first 5-rounder ever scheduled in the career of Arman Tsarukyan.
He was looking for an elbow there. Tsarukyan threw it first.
I mean, how do you score this as well? Oh, it's a close fight.
I think so far the thing that would set them apart, really, I mean, the grappling exchanges, it's the kicking, that's landing significantly for Tsarukyan.
Yeah.
Because other than that, when they exchange in the grappling department, they just scramble around like crazy and even out.
Yeah. They scramble around like crazy. They show off technical brilliance, but neither man gains an advantage. They're so evenly matched in that department. On the on the feet, Tsarukyan's a little more dynamic. Oh, that one hurt him, I think.
These kicks that Arman is throwing are big energy kicks too, though, so keep an eye on how that affects him, or if it does at all. I'm not saying it will, but that's a lot of power to throw in each one of those big body kicks that he's landing.
Big right for Gamrot caught the target as Tsarukyan goes back to the body.
I'd like to see Tsarukyan set up the kicks a little bit, as opposed to just throwing them wildly, but another fun round. Here's the kicks that we talked about.
Boom.
Nice body kick there. Let's take a listen. Oh.
Let's slow down a little bit on the takedowns. Okay, let's fake the takedowns now that he thinks that he's gonna take down, and you come back with the hands. Okay, let's fake one and go to the other. Okay, coach.
Out of those level changes, drop your level and come up with a strike. Level changes to a strike, you're gonna be there the whole time. Set your kicks up with that cross high kick, Arman. It's there, buddy. If you miss that hook, Arman, find him with the jab.
Chrissy Blair with us here in Las Vegas. No more commercial breaks until this one is over. Round 3 is coming. here inside the UFC Apex. Defend yourself at all times.
I mean, here we are in round 3. Neither man has slowed down one little bit. Nice right hand. Gamrot found the mark there.
Live odds have Tsarukyan at -650. Ooh. That is a predictive measure as much as it is gauging what we've already seen, but...
What did he start as, Brendan?
It was around -275 when the fight started in favor of Tsarukyan, so I think that what that means is that the odds makers are seeing it that he won the first 2 rounds.
Oh, there it is.
Sat down on the right.
That's the best shot so far tonight.
Gamrot in on a single.
Wisely grabs that leg. You know, if you're Gamrot, it starts to get a little disheartening because every time up until now, that is your move. That has worked. That puts them on the canvas. And now you're like, it's not working on this guy.
Yeah, he's being forced to. He's going to have to try to be more successful on the feet.
He's going to deviate to a plan B. As, to be fair, does Tsarukyan.
Yeah.
Neither man can take each other down. If they do hit the canvas for a second, they nullify one another. But in this situation, I wouldn't say abandon the takedown strategy because...
Oh, counter shot from Gamrot.
Tsarukyan looked a little... The body language wasn't good there. Looked a little wobbly.
Takedown for Gamrot.
Right back up.
Momentarily.
Watch the foot! Yes. Elbow inside if we can. Elbow inside.
First real sustained success for Gamrot in terms of grappling. They gave him the credit for a takedown. Didn't really do much with it, but he still has the back of Tsarukyan halfway through round 3.
Tsarukyan trying so hard to break the grip here.
This is get him down to the back.
This is big for Gamrot.
We've got a clear advantage here. It's still a long way, though, from securing a submission.
They gave him another one there, Brendan. So that's 2 takedowns. And then back.
Tsarukyan defends and turns and faces.
At this point now, it's about who's willing to push harder, who's willing to really go to that next level, to dig deep, you know, have your lungs on fire, but knowing that your opponent is at the same time and willing to work through that pain. Because in terms of physical and skill matchups, they're almost even. So now it comes down to, you know, in layman's terms, who wants it more?
Nice sprawl for Gamrot. Wow, Tsarukyan still just grabs that leg. Chasing it in the final minute of round 3.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that was big.
Gamrot just eats it.
Oh, each landing in that exchange. On the feet, Tsarukyan's starting to load up a little bit more with his punches.
Oh, that's heavy.
For the first time in his career, Arman Tsarukyan will see action in the 4th round with a shrug and a stare of Mateusz Gamrot.
I mean, the problem is for one another, they're just perfectly evenly matched. I mean, look at that. They both jab at the same time. Here we see Mateusz Gamrot with the first advantageous position, but still can't secure anything. Right here, we see Gamrot, Tsarukyan landing a beautiful spinning back kick. Gamrot just eats it and continues to walk forward.
You finish the double leg. You finish the double legs. That's what you finish. That's what you got on top of him with. When you got to score with it. You got to score. Okay?
Slow down your breathing for me a little bit. Slow down a little bit, yes. 2 rounds.
Starting to fade on the
2 rounds.
After tonight's main event, next, don't miss a recap of all the action on the UFC Fight Night post show on ESPN+. Rashad Evans and Michael Chiesa are on hand to join Karen Bryant for all the highlights and analysis. Plus, Megan O'Leary has interviews with all the big winners from tonight's card. Post show coming up next. It's only on ESPN+. Israel Adesanya is in town, and we will hear from him on the post show as well. Nice stick from Gamrot. Tsarukyan firing back.
I wondered at what point would they just throw down and just, you know, say, screw it, let's have a brawl. Nice connection. Gamrot's got one hell of a chin now. He's eaten a few shots to the midsection as well and never looked phased once.
The striking at all levels. Gamrot with another headshot. That's where he has the big lead. Tsarukyan mixing it up.
And it got really interesting, in my opinion. The first 2 rounds I thought were a little more leaning towards Tsarukyan, but that third, I feel like some of these judges could have given that to Gamrot. So, you know, the rest of this fight could be real interesting if Gamrot can steal some rounds.
Especially if he uses his 5-round experience.
He landed a nice punch there. I mean, Tsarukyan is still throwing big kicks, though.
The reality is that with the 5-round thing, I mean, Tsarukyan training with Mike Brown, you know, come on, look at the experience that they have in preparing people for 5 rounds. They know what it takes. They know the type of preparation that goes into that, how to pace yourself throughout. So, you know, he's had a lot of guidance and assistance in his preparation.
It's hard to even keep up with what happened. These guys are still just exploding. So quick on every attack. Tsarukyan ends the exchange with the better position here.
It was actually a nice spinning back fist that Tsarukyan landed a moment ago that started that sequence.
Oh, can he get the takedown off of it? He's fighting for it.
Wow. Actually,
fighting for it.
Gamrot's getting the best of these situations, ever so slightly.
Stays on the back.
Yeah, he didn't get that takedown.
It looks like Tsarukyan's starting to fade a little bit, which I'm not surprised. His pace has just been ridiculous.
Yeah, and Gamrot trying to press forward, but then it's just as we say that, he comes back to the flurry, but he is looking at the clock. He is looking at the clock.
Oh!
And everybody's got to remember, like, we looked at that ISO shot on our monitors of that spinning back fist, but if you're calling this live, you don't have the luxury of that.
Stiff jab from Tsarukyan, who put together a combination. Another heavy kick to the body, but he finds himself on the business end of another takedown from Gamrot.
Yeah, he secured that one. There it is.
Tsarukyan has largely been able to return to his feet pretty much immediately, and he does so again.
Can he get the hooks in?
Well, he's
got one
there.
Oh, wow.
This is where Mateusz said he had a weakness. I wouldn't say it's a weakness, but Gamrot might have a slight advantage.
Biggest round for Mateusz Gamrot, no question about it.
Oh, his leg is stuck behind him in an awkward way, too.
That looks painful.
All the way up high. Head on the ground. Head on the ground. Head on the ground.
Oh, he got it back. That was awkward.
But look at that, though. The moment he was flat on his back, he immediately works up. Now he's sitting up against the fence, and he's about to regain his feet. However, he's got to be really careful. He can make a clinical mistake here, give up the back and get choked out. However, the round's about to finish.
We will go to a 5th and final round.
Crazy. Here's that spinning back fist.
Boom.
That lands clean. Now, he was in an awkward spot and got knocked down, but it landed flush, so we'll never know if that's what put him down or the momentum.
No more wrestling. You defend the takedown and you come back quick. Okay? I don't want you shooting anymore.
You can't go with you. That's why he wrestles with you.
Listen to me. Those 4 months, those 5 months, is for this 5 minutes.
Yes.
We need to win this round. Could be 2-2.
Win this fight.
You want this or not? Let's go. Let's go. Okay? You hurt him. You hurt him.
You're destroying him standing up. Just keep it standing. Disengage. He wants to wrestle. Disengage.
Keep standing. Keep it standing. Keep it standing. Keep it standing. Stay.
The message pretty clear from the corner of Arman Tsarukyan. Keep it standing. Mateusz Gamrot has found his best success wrestling, especially in the 4th round. And you could hear Marcus Pahompa saying it could be 2-2. There were some Twitter scorecards that had the 3rd round in favor of Gamrot.
Yeah, but again, none of that means anything. There's 3 people here that matter. And I have it 2-2.
I don't know. I've been studying so closely, Paul. I couldn't possibly judge it.
But you know what I mean? In my mind, that's where we're at. Maybe it's because I want it to be 2-2 as well.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's a very even fight. That's a fact. Now, at the end of that round, there was a little concern in the corner of Tsarukyan, imploring him, no more wrestling. No more wrestling.
Oh, man.
You're winning this fight on the feet. That's a good start. Gamrot said coming into this one, I'm going to outpace him. I'm going to put a pace on him like he's never felt. I'm going to tire him out. Certainly in this 5th round, Gamrot looks like the fresher guy. That's why, again, they're telling Tsarukyan, no more wrestling.
2 stiff leg kicks from Tsarukyan to Gamrot. One sat him down. Well, that was a nice connection with the right cross from Gamrot in the last exchange. No more wrestling.
No more wrestling.
Doesn't like it.
Hey, when you've spent a lifetime shooting on people, you're in the 5th round, your heart's going a million miles an hour, adrenaline spiking.
Oh!
You do what you do.
Gamrot,
that's clean!
Right to the back.
What an entry!
And with more than 3.5 to go, huge advantage here.
That's the 5th takedown unofficially for Gamrot. This is a crucial round. Now again, that 3rd round is probably going to be the round that's really important.
Well, you never know.
What do you mean?
You just never know how they're going to score it.
No, of course not. But if you're logical and you watch the fight clearly,
well, Brendan,
that 3rd round is the closest one.
We had a seminar on it the other day. Wow. That was impressive. But now Tsarukyan's got to go to work. He just telegraphing that. You got to set that up.
Man, what a pace.
Yeah, I mean, right now, this fight is still anybody's, in my opinion. It is so even. It's neck and neck. Yes, Gamrot's ahead on the takedowns. Tsarukyan's ahead on a few strikes. It's razor close fight. Both men are starting to slow down, but they're still pushing equally as hard. Nice right hand connected there. He's going to go again, though. Tsarukyan needs to continue under pressure. Gamrot's going to continue to fight as well.
Final 2 minutes. Big right cross from Gamrot. Tsarukyan with a look up at the clock. Gamrot tried to sneak in his 6th takedown, unsuccessful.
Arman's on the neck. Can he turn it into something?
Now's the time to go for it. 80 seconds left, round 5.
Significant strikes by rounds, and if it comes down to the 5th and final, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, Tsarukyan back to the body kick.
I mean, it's incredible because neither man can really gain an advantage. That's how equal these guys are.
And we knew it, right? We talked about it in the build-up. That these guys are so closely matched.
And this is the pace that would have just... Other people would have...
Wow.
Gamrot with another one.
Under this, but that's big.
To the back.
20 seconds. Tries to Granby roll. Unsuccessful. This is a good way to finish the round, though, if you're Gamrot. If the judges are undecided, this could just tip the balance in his favor.
Tsarukyan with one more reversal and will hammer away to the final horn.
What a way to finish.
Wow, he wanted to test himself over the course of 25 minutes, and Arman Tsarukyan did so. Mateusz Gamrot comes up big in the later rounds. It's anybody's